Hello, my bumped, bruised, and blessed family. It has been a minute. I apologize. For anyone that's new, I try to put videos out every Sunday, but it's the fall. It's gotten the best of me. It's germ season. We went camping. Good stuff. But for my current subscribers, I love and appreciate you. Thanks for being with me on this roller coaster of a journey. If you're new here, I apologize that you have my heart. I'm sorry that you know this nightmare. And welcome to the family. There's nothing more healing than the validation and support we receive from fellow victims. That is why I started this community. I am the tried and true black sheep from my toxic upbringing with a narcissistic mother, an enabler henchman of a father, a golden boy, flying monkey older brother, and unfortunately later in life, I, of course, gravitated to a narcissist partner who thankfully discarded me, married to my soulmate best friend, and living my best life. 3 years, no contact. Love it. Only getting better. So the topic I want to talk about today is it's like a strict look. I just want to clarify. The only reason why I talk about things that have happened to me is because my intention, my hope is that you apply it to yourselves, obviously, and that you can take something away from my experience and my insights and apply it to your own healing and your own experiences. So, something happened to me the other week, and I was so taken off guard by it, I guess. So when I was younger, I was into documenting the fun I was having. So I was big into video recorder, like, the whatever, video cameras. So my husband was in the basement the other day and found it, and he watched it, and of course he was like, hey, there's these videos from when you were younger, and I was like, oh, I want to see them. So I was watching said videos, and it made me so mad. It made me so angry. That was my response. And it's like so off, right? Like, you don't think that you would respond like that, but whatever reason, it beefed me off. So I'm watching my 20-something-year-old self, and I'm stupid. You always look back and you're like, oh my goodness, cringe. I was so young and ignorant and whatever, thought who I was. So, all that stuff, that's fine, to be expected, right? But then there was this video of my husband and I when we were at the narc den. We stayed there for a few months when we first got married, when we had Joey, because we had sold our condo and we were in between houses because, long story, we were going to buy this one house. The sellers totally screwed us over, basically. Anyway, the long and the short of it, we were staying at the narc den, and it was our first anniversary. We were so happy and laughing and having a great time. And it made me so mad because I think about how unsuspecting I was and vulnerable. And these people were just taking shots at me 24/7, right? I know that you relate to this. Remember, if you ever see pictures of yourself when you were younger, you're probably miserable. I mean, every picture of me in my adolescence, teenage years, I was as miserable as it gets. It was all over my face. I didn't even smile. I was just so always upset, always mad, and whatever. But this is my young 20, or I think I had turned 30 at that. No, I was still my late 20s, I'll say. Regardless, this is all before the realization that my mother is a narcissist, and my father is her henchman. So I didn't know any of this at the time. And I'm just laughing and having a good time. And I'm like, gosh, now looking back, it's so hurtful that I look at myself, my former self, because I've changed dramatically, as we do. We're always growing and evolving. But at the time, I just had no suspicions. You know, I knew that I was not happy around these people, and they treated me terribly, and that was, you know, as clear as could be, but I didn't suspect anything. I was so naive, I guess you could say. I was so vulnerable, innocent, and we've all gone through this, because it's at some point we learned about what we were experiencing. We learned the name narcissistic abuse, but prior to that, we had no idea. You know, we were just being our kind, receptive selves. We would never have suspected that our own flipping parents were sabotaging us and stabbing us in the back the way they were. And as we all well know, they sure the heck were. I don't know. So that's the whole point of this video. I'm sorry, I'm kind of rambling, but the point being, when you look back at your younger self and you just feel all of this, I guess, animosity and resentment for what these people were doing to you, you know, even aside from the parental situation, when I was with that creep, my ex, the narcissist, he was taking full advantage of me as well. You know, we are good, and this is something else I said in a previous video. We are the minority. We are the exception, not the norm, which is a harsh realization to come to. You know, you have these rose-colored glasses on. You think that people are well-meaning and have great intentions just like you do, but it's not the case, and it's so unfortunate, but that's the way the world is. And I was actually very surprised at my own reaction to these videos. It's weird. Like, go back and look at pictures of yourself or videos, if you have them, from prior to learning about the narcissistic abuse terminology and realizing what was going on, and you'll probably have the same feeling. It's just so off-putting, you know, like I just looked at myself and I was so happy and carefree, and yes, these people were like beating me up behind the scenes, and I was always taking hits from them, but I had this lofty idea that they're my family, right? That they love me unconditionally and that they support me, and not the case. Couldn't be farther from the truth in actuality. But it's valid. It's legitimate to feel that way, to be angry and to harbor that sadness is what it is, ultimately. You've heard that term. Anger is the bodyguard for sadness. Like, yes. And I do believe that we legitimately feel angry as well, rightfully so. But anyway, you guys, I that's the point of this video, is just understanding, processing all of these feelings. You know, it's a roller coaster, up and down and up and down. And that was a just bad moment for me. Just coming to terms with the fact that I had no idea. I really believed in these people. I didn't think that they were as malicious as they actually are. Anyway, I have so much exciting stuff going on, you guys. Like, I've been absent, unfortunately. I apologize for that, as I said. But great stuff going on. So my book will be out. I want it to be out by the end of the year, but I don't know. There's some publishing delays and whatnot. So if not by the end of this year, early next year. And I have an Amazon store, which I'm super excited about. So I'll put the link separate. You know, I have a link tree I always put that in the description where you can see the links to different stuff. But I'll put the Amazon link separate. So it's got my merch from Amazon and all the books that I recommend. Like, these books were like instrumental for me in my healing. So if you are looking for any type of resource, I highly recommend, particularly the Pete Walker book, The Complex PTSD. That book was the first book I ever read about narcissistic abuse, and it hit every point. Like, it was just so relevant. I highlighted like the whole thing. And then the other book, the Patricia Evans, Controlling People, that was from coming out of a narcissistic relationship, entanglement, I like to call it. Narcissists are control fanatics. So it's called Controlling People. That was way before like narcissistic abuse ever came out into like the public forum as a real thing. So anyway, check it out. Amazon, my Amazon link. It's awesome. I'm super excited for it because it's everything I recommend. And then what else? Obviously my Teespring store is still there in the links. This is so random, but I forgot my bottle. So there is this supplement that I swear by. It's all about your like health in terms of your urinary tract and all that business. They gave me a code because I like it so much, and I've been giving it to my friends, but you get 20% off your first order. It's from Semaine Health. The one that I got is the urinary tract health. It's awesome. It's awesome. You get 20% off with the code BBB. Anyway, that's my stuff, I guess. I just wanted to share with you guys. I love you all, and thank you for being with me on this journey. We're all overcoming these nightmares, and we will live our best lives. I love you all. Be back soon.